Typhoon Danas struck Taiwan's western coast late on the 6th of July, marking the first time in decades that such a powerful storm made landfall in the island's central western region. It hit Chiayi County, a rare landfall location for typhoons, with the last similar event dating back over 35 years. Maximum sustained winds reached 144 kilometers per hour, with gusts up to 220 kilometers per hour. The southern and central regions of Taiwan experienced destruction comparable to that of a high-category natural disaster. Pingtung County and Tainan City recorded the highest rainfall levels, over 600 millimeters, in just 24 hours. Flooding led to blocked roads, bridge collapses, and drainage system failures. Landslides occurred in mountainous areas, hampering evacuations and delivery of emergency aid. One person in Tainan died after being struck by a fallen tree, while another passed away in a hospital due to a power outage affecting their medical equipment. More than 500 injuries have been reported across Taiwan, with many caused by falling debris and structural damage. In Tainan alone, at least 334 people were injured, including children and the elderly. Over 700 trees were uprooted across cities and towns, mostly along highways and in parks. Streets were littered with broken billboards, metal frames, and toppled streetlights. Hundreds of buildings were damaged, including schools, temples, and residential homes. More than 700,000 households lost electricity in the storm's early hours. Despite repair efforts, power restoration in some areas took over 36 hours. Chiayi and Tainan also experienced water supply cuts and mobile network failures. Emergency services were placed on 24-hour alert. Military and fire units assisted in clearing debris and delivering food supplies. More than 20,000 residents were evacuated from high-risk zones. Over 200 temporary shelters were open to house families with children and elderly citizens. Psychological support is being provided through on-site counselors and emergency hotlines. Schools, universities, and government offices in affected areas were closed. Airports in Taipei, Kaohsiung, and Tainan canceled hundreds of flights. Railway service in southern Taiwan was suspended due to damaged tracks. Ferry routes to offshore islands were halted indefinitely. Taiwan's Prime Minister urged citizens to remain calm and avoid non-essential travel. Meteorologists reported that Danas is gradually weakening, though rainfall is expected to persist for several more days. In eastern China, yellow and orange typhoon warnings were issued. Zhejiang and Fujian provinces activated emergency response measures. Evacuations began in Chinese coastal towns as a precaution. Local authorities increased monitoring of dams, levees, and reservoirs. Beaches, fishing piers, and tourist sites were closed. Ports restricted marine traffic and vessel departures. Schools were shut down in several counties and businesses advised to suspend operations. Chinese weather officials warned of possible river flooding in delta regions. Heavy rain and strong winds have already begun affecting parts of southeast China. Military units were placed on standby to support relief operations. Experts estimate the economic damage from the typhoon may reach tens of billions of new Taiwan dollars. Taiwan's agricultural regions were among the worst hit. Banana, pineapple, and rice fields were devastated. Farmers are reporting catastrophic crop losses, with recovery expected to take months. Hundreds of greenhouses and irrigation systems were destroyed. Meteorological satellites show Dana slowly moving northeast toward the East China Sea. Meanwhile, central Taiwan continues to experience thunderstorms and gusty winds. Climatologists link the typhoon's intensity to unusually warm ocean waters in the region. Local governments have mobilized all available resources for disaster recovery. Restoring critical infrastructure could take at least 2 weeks. The level of destruction is being compared to Typhoon Morakat in 2009. Dozens of roads remain impassable to vehicles and rescue teams. Metro lines in Tainan and Kaohsiung were partially damaged. Private companies and volunteers joined in distributing hot meals and bottled water. Residents are sharing power generators and fuel supplies with one another. Authorities are urging the public not to panic and to avoid spreading misinformation. Social media platforms have activated emergency channels and support tools. Hospitals are operating at full capacity, especially in trauma departments. No outbreaks of infectious disease have been reported so far, though public health monitoring continues. Red Cross representatives have arrived in the affected areas to assess humanitarian needs. Taiwan received messages of solidarity from countries around the world. Japan, South Korea, and the United States have offered assistance with recovery efforts. Taiwan's president addressed the nation, promising swift rebuilding and relief. Humanitarian organizations have launched donation campaigns to help those affected. Meanwhile, Danas continues moving northeast and weakening. However, several parts of Taiwan remain under high alert due to lingering rains. Public transport is operating on limited schedules, especially in the island's south. It is expected that full recovery of daily life will take several weeks. Citizens are advised to closely follow weather forecasts and instructions from local authorities.